Hello everybody, welcome back for another video. Hope you're all doing fantastic and that you're all having an incredible day. Leaving a like, a comment, subscribing, trying to resubscribe, or liking another time, or leaving multiple comments, especially if you leave the numbers 1, 3, 3, 7 are always very much appreciated. Welcome back to another News I Missed, where I talk about all the nonsensical stuff happening in the space, and I missed it. And without further ado, let's jump right into it. A company, this is their real name, called Ego Death Capital. Yes, you heard that correctly. That is EGODEATH Capital, a new venture capital firm dedicated to the Bitcoin ecosystem, is raising $30 million for their first fund. They said there was a fundamental shift underway when we decided to take this plunge. This was said by Ego Death. How did they come up with that name? Like what conversations do you have in a room and someone's like, that's it, that's what we're going to go for? Ego Death partner Nico Lechuga told CoinDesk in an interview, he said, we had the Taproot upgrade on the main chain of Bitcoin. Lightning as a scaling solution was really coming to maturity, end quote. Lechuga was referring to the fact that last month, Lightning Labs, the developer of Bitcoin scaling layer Lightning Network, launched a test version of Taro, new software that allows Bitcoin developers to issue assets such as stablecoins on the blockchain, which is going to be massive. I think that is going to be one of the largest things in the Bitcoin ecosystem. Bitcoin developers tend to shy away quite often from anything that might be perceived too hypey and or not very necessary when it comes to adding things onto the Bitcoin blockchain. But stablecoins are a very big ecosystem, and one that's built directly on top of Bitcoin is going to be huge. Taro is based on Taproot, a Bitcoin upgrade that activated late last year and gave developers an expanded toolbox to build projects. They said, we are starting to see entrepreneurs pouring into Bitcoin from not only other ecosystems, but other disciplines. People from the energy space, people from the technology space. This was said by Lechuga. So, this is another notch in the belt. I don't know what you would call this. This is another company who has announced that they are going to be raising money for Bitcoin, for the Bitcoin ecosystem. It seems as if they're doing it, I guess, to help the stable coin grow or to get more support, but they're also talking about Lightning. So are they also giving money to Lightning? I mean, a lot of times, I'm talking very fast. A lot of times we ourselves will not know where the money from said project or event or thing is going to be going, but sure, why not? Typically, we hear, and this is what I mean when I say like desensitization or being desensitized. I think we're so used to hearing that X company is raising $900 million for crypto in some sort of way when we hear that something is, in air quotes here, only $30 million. This was barely even noticed in the news. I'm not going to even lie to you. This was a smaller news story about the happenings in the space, but it's also $30 million is not a small amount of money. Like, think if I handed you $30 million, what you could do with it. A lot, probably for the rest of your lives. Anyway, so a company out of this name is wild. Ego Death Capital. Like what? There were no other words in the English language, but that's where they got to. It was raising $30 million for their first Bitcoin fund. Let's see what they do with it. It usually takes around a good less than 6 months when we rehear about a company, how much money they raised and what they did with it. That's just how it works. Yeah, that's the Ego Capital Money Benjamins news. All right, let's move on. Also whoa, okay. Gucci is sorry for screaming that. I'm like, Gucci is the first luxury brand to create its space in a virtual gaming world. You heard that correctly. The sandbox has marked its footprint as an initial force to move in the metaverse. That's not English. Gucci Vault Land, which is what it's being called. Gucci Vault Land, a new innovative venture by Gucci, collaborates with the Sandbox so that the players can own, build, and monetize their gaming experiences. That makes no sense to me. Gucci Vault Land is a digital space for the players to explore the essence of Vault. Is that a person? The experimental store Gucci Vault Land, oh, it's a store, will be featured as a private event from the 27th of October until the 9th of November. Players can experience the vault at 360 degrees, during which a selection of digital assets will be available. What? I'm still not understanding. Robots, what? With computer heads lead the path through an enormous landscape entrance characterized by towering columns. Okay. However, from the racing game to the vault vintage lab, Gucci Vault Land, this is crazy, offers players a series of rooms with a curation of exclusive Gucci pieces, NFT artworks, and much more. Players will engage in various activities before entering a lottery organized by the Sandbox, in which they get a chance to win an exclusive reward and the Sandbox's token, Sand, which is on top of Ethereum. Did anyone get any of that? It's not just me, right? What is this? What is this supposed to be? The Gucci Vault community, what? Is to be rewarded with those holding a Gucci Vault NFT in their crypto wallets, such as a Gucci Grail NFT or the Super Gucci, which sounds like something else, but we're going to completely move past from that. So we've had a tremendous amount of news over the last, I want to say, the entirety of this year. This year has flown by, but it's been quite consistent. There have been a number of companies who have openly announced that they were going to be not only in the cryptocurrency space, but they were getting into Web3, they were getting into decentralization, but for some reason, all the luxury brands announced that they were getting into the metaverse. Sure, why not? I think a couple of them are getting it right. Other ones are like, I don't want to shop in your virtual store. I'm just being completely honest. I have no time for such things. The other part is, I guess Gucci, I assume they already own land in the Sandbox. I think we can all agree on that. But I don't understand what this is or what it's supposed to be or how I'm supposed to really benefit from it. There's a robot with a computer head. What does that mean? Going through a maze and I'm supposed to find NFTs or Gucci pieces. Can I wear the real thing? Will people be able to go into this Gucci box land and find Gucci slippers? Or what's the actual thing? Do you win Gucci coin? Is Gucci coin a thing? I don't think anyone actually knows. So cool. If you've been hankering for some Gucci-ness, the Sandbox apparently is the place to go. I don't know what else to really say. Listen, we've gone over this before. That's why it's called News I Missed. It's because a lot of times the news is completely all out there. So if anyone out there has gone to Gucci Moochie Vault Land and has gotten some good stuffs, let everybody know, because I'm more curious than you know. I don't understand what reality is anymore. That's the Gucci Vault in the Sandbox news. None of you were expecting that this video. Not one of you, I can promise. There was not one person who thought I was going to put the words Gucci and Vault together. I can promise it. All right. Let's move on. Also in the news, Shiba Inu's community moved a whopping 881 million Shiba Inu coins from circulation forever, or burned them, in October. The website Shiba Burn, that is Shib, and then Burn, recently reported that Shiba Inu's community made 176 transactions and destroyed a massive 881 million SHIB in October. There's a tweet for it right there. Two community-led burn initiatives named SHIB Superstore, all right, and 1 cent token contributed significantly to the burn in October. SHIB Superstore destroyed a staggering 190 million SHIB via organizing 5 weekly burn events in October on the final day of the month. I was like, final month of the month. October 31st, SHIB Superstore send 32 million SHIB to the Inferno address. Is very dramatic in one significant transaction. So you guys know the deal between Shiba Inu and Terrafire. What's it called? Terra Luna Classic. Oh my gosh, what's wrong with me? Both of those coins are constantly racing in the news as to who can burn more coins and whose coin is better and who doesn't have the biggest circulating supply and how much quicker they can lower them. I mean, listen, if we can keep this up for another 2 to 3 years, I think both of these coins will eventually hit their price goal targets. I mean, they're in the news all the time just about how many coins that they were destroying. For those of you who missed it a couple of months ago, there's like some rap label who's also burning coins. I don't know. It's just a lot going on. I didn't think we'd be here in the year 2022, but this is just what we got. I wasn't expecting music labels being into crypto, nonetheless, like burning it. So, you know, cool. So Shiba Inu's community burned a lot of coins, which they always do. It's always hundreds of millions or low billions, and that's just what it always is because that's how the protocol works. Yeah. That's the Shiba Inu community burned nearly 1 billion coins in the month of October news. Yeah. Let's move on. Next up, this one shocked me. This one actually, I was not expecting this because I always make fun of them. United States-based cryptocurrency exchange Gemini has announced it is expanding into 6 different countries. Yeah, see, the news always is that Binance partnered with a king and they're hanging out with some princess and they're signing paperwork. And then you got Coinbase being like, look at us, we opened up a new cafe in Ireland. Or they did something, I don't remember what it is. But now Gemini is in the news because somebody heard me. I'm always making fun of them because I don't understand how they have so much influence and they're so rich and they haven't done as much as Binance and Changpeng Zhao have done. But this one shut me up. According to an announcement, the exchange Gemini can now serve clients in Portugal, Sweden, Latvia, Denmark, Liechtenstein, and I can't say Czech Republic in an accent. I don't know Czech, so Czech Republic. Going forward, residents and businesses in these European countries will be allowed to perform several crypto-related services on the Gemini trading platform. They said, and I quote, "We are thrilled to announce that individuals and institutions in Denmark, Sweden, Portugal, Czechia? Is that it? Latvia and Liechtenstein can now open a Gemini account to deposit, trade, and custody over 100. Wow, look at them, 100 cryptocurrencies. This was said by Gillian Lynch, Gemini's head of Ireland and Europe. Per the announcement, customers in these countries can gain access to Gemini through the website, and mobile app to purchase digital currencies with multiple payment methods, including the pound sterling, euros, bank transfers, and it literally says etc. So I guess maybe other things are also available because Czech Republic doesn't use the euro. So anyway, cool. Look at that. 6 countries at once. I wasn't expecting it. They definitely got me because Gemini never usually does anything. Hold on 1 second. Really weird. Can someone explain to me? So I know that we are in the future. Everyone got it. Like it's almost the year 2023. Oh my gosh, robots walking around. And there's still no robots walking around. I find it so weird that because of regulations, these people weren't already able to legally type in the word Gemini and trade crypto before. Doesn't it seem a little weird that people in Sweden and Czech Republic were simply not able to access or legally use Gemini? You understand what I'm saying? Like it's the internet. Like it's not like there's many barriers. I mean, except for like the barriers that the governments around the world put on it. But wouldn't you have expected in the year 2000 that everything would just kind of be like open and freer than it actually? It's a whole nother discussion, but you understand what I'm saying. It's very weird to be like, oh, look, we got a piece of paper. Now millions of people in Latvia can now access this website legally, as opposed to being like, wouldn't it just make more sense if they're able to legally do it from the get-go and you just simply, I don't know. I think I live in too much of an idealistic world where like everything should just work because it, you know. So I guess me making fun of them all those times was just them trying to get paperwork. Did they get all 6 countries in one day? Like, was that a thing? Were they waiting? Did they have 5 countries and then they were like, oh, let's wait for the 6th one before we can tell the news people? Anyway, so that's the Gemini has officially expanded into 6 more places in Europe. I don't know how many countries they have under their belt in general. I want to say 10. You got 11. Good for them. Keep on trucking on. I hope it works out for. Well, they're already rich. I was gonna say I don't have to wish them good fortune. They are fortuned. They're billionaires. That's the Gemini. 6 new countries in Europe. News. And yeah, let's move on because I'm being ridiculous. All right. Let's move on. It's been a long day. All right, let's move on. Ledger is currently having a 10% off sale on their Ledger Family Pack, Ledger Family Pack S, and Ledger Backup Pack. For those of you who are looking to have a secure way to store your crypto and lower the risk of it being stolen because the cryptocurrency space is quite wild, it might be time for you to pick up a Ledger. While I do not work for Ledger, I am an affiliate and will receive a small commission for each sale made with my affiliate link in the description below. Yeah. I also, for those of you who don't know, I've been using Ledger for a number of years. I have multiple Ledgers because I like my money to be safe, and that's just how I am. And without further ado, yeah, let's move on. Also in the news, Binance's Luna Classic burns will now be taking place monthly. No way! Binance, the world's largest crypto exchange by trading volume, has contributed immensely, that is not an understatement, to the revival of Terra Luna Classic. The exchange has been burning fees obtained from Terra Classic spot and margin trading pairs for over has it only been a month? It feels like it's been like 9 years. That's wild. As reported, Binance completed the incineration, of Luna Classic trading fees for the 5th week in a row. During the exercise, Binance burnt a total of 1.26 billion with a B Terra Luna Classic worth, that's not a lot actually, $306,000. But to be fair, it is what is it, half of 1% of the fees. So, I mean, that's kind of a lot to, 1% of the fees came out to 3. In just 5 weeks, the exchange has burned roughly 13.7 billion Terra Luna Classic, representing over 50% of the entire Terra Classic tokens burned. The idea being is that while they are now burning billions of coins all the time, when or if we eventually get back into a bull run type of thing, this number will probably easily 10x, as we will be seeing a lot more on-chain transactions and also people simply trading it on Binance and other cryptocurrency exchanges. It is worth mentioning that the recent burn made by Binance marks the launch of the beginning of a new practice of the exchange. Henceforth, that's a SAT word, Binance will no longer be burning Luna Classic tokens on a weekly basis. The exchange will now conduct all Luna Classic burns monthly. They said the Luna Classic burn mechanism will take place on a monthly basis after the 5th batch of trading fees on Luna Classic spot and margin trading pairs after they have been burned instead of a weekly basis. I assume this is just for ease of not having to announce this. Like, that would be 52 announcements over the course of a year. Binance coin itself, I think, gets burned 3 or 4 times throughout the entirety of a year. So imagine Binance coin only getting 4 announcements and Terra Luna Classic gets 52. So once a month, I think is fine. I don't think we need constant Terra Luna Classic has been burned 6 days ago by Binance kind of news. It is fascinating to see that. This coin has revived in a sort of way. The ecosystem continues to grow and a lot of more people are getting into it, and also all the burns that are constantly happening right now. I do wonder, I mean, just think about it. Like, imagine if we get this as a simple 10x. Like, it will not take a lot to have like an actual 10x of usage for a coin. So imagine if that 13.7 billion burned over the course of 5 weeks becomes like 137 billion. Like how quickly that actually ends up adding up over the course of a month. And I say that simply because, like, you saw what happened, like, from the last like 2 weeks, the amount of like increased usage of the blockchains and the coins being traded as prices were going up. Some of the coins were like, trading volume has increased by 580% in 7 days. Like, it doesn't take a lot for people to really jump back into the ecosystem. So it'll be fascinating. So for those of you who don't know, the main thing for Terra Luna Classic is for each coin to get back to $1. Listen, I wholeheartedly believe that 10, 15, 25, 30 cents is definitely possible. If we get to the point where hundreds of billions are being burned every 2 weeks, you know, $1 incoming, that's the Binance has changed their weekly burns for Terra Luna Classic to a monthly burn, and they burned billions of coins news. Yeah? Let's move on. Also in news, you know, hold on to your horses or hold your horse's leg or something. Blockchain technology has proven to be extremely disruptive and empowering in both the public and private computer applications industries. However, the most recent Uniswap data illustrates that crypto investors have been slammed by a wave of rug pulls. For those of you who don't know what that is, you buy into a coin, you hear that the coin is going to be the next Ethereum or the next Cardano, and then you check the price in the morning, it's at zero because the creators took a photo on a beach in Thailand and they're like, oh, we're not in the coin anymore. That's a rug pull. Uniswap is the premier decentralized crypto exchange that runs on Ethereum. And then they have a little thing over here. Uniswap has evolved to become one of the most reputable crypto exchanges. Sure, why not? The narrative, however, has been completely tainted by the most recent rug pull report. Per the findings, here we go. This is why I said hold on to your crypto. 97.7%. 97.7% of coins launched on Uniswap were rug pulls. 97.7%. I find it quite ridiculous that I keep having to go over these kinds of news stories. It's one thing when Gemini's finally doing something. You got Gucci making stuff that, you know, it's happening in Sandbox. And then you got Shiba Inu and what's the other coin's face constantly burning all their coins. That's one thing. But the constant news that I always have to, and I bring it to you because I need you to understand that you have to protect yourself and you have to protect your crypto. There's no real way around it. There's not going to be people won't stop being mean. I understand. I get it. That everybody wants to make as much money as possible, as quick as possible. If the protocol is offering you 20% yearly returns, there's something wrong because those numbers don't add up. The inflation rate for that coin has to be so astronomical to be able to give you that 20%, and or people who you are lending money to on these platforms and protocols, they need to be making essentially 80% on every single trade that they're doing to be able for this protocol to actually work out. And a lot of times we keep hearing that these people keep launching new coins that do this, that do that. You would not, the amount of news, there's some other coin. I don't know the name of it. I'm not going to say it out loud. There's some new coin, and please don't look for it. Really, that has popped up and everyone keeps calling it like the new Solana. And I'm like, you were all drooling over Solana like 4.5 weeks ago. And now there's something that's claiming to be the new Solana, and everyone's throwing their money into it, and the coin's price keeps collapsing. And It's just always so much going on. So while I understand the desire to make huge amounts of money at one time and also wanting to live in a world where things are decentralized, just try and use a little bit more logic, because the point of this channel is to make sure that you are, the word is kept abreast of the news. Yes, it's a real word for those of you who are learning English. It's so that you are constantly, you are in the know of what's happening in the space. So I will always tell you the good, the bad, and the ugly of what's happening in crypto. I don't tell you these things because I'm like, yeah, the price is going down. No. The point of this channel is to make sure that you have money that can last you for the rest of your life, so that you can buy that house, so that you can retire before the age of 183. So just keep that in mind. A lot of times I see people getting angry. Don't get angry with me. Get angry with the people who make these protocols and these coins that are taking money away from you. They said, we provide the most extensive labeled data set of Uniswap rug pulls to date, including the source code, the liquidity, the prices, the mint, the burn, and transfer events. The data set includes all tokens from, January, February, March, April, May of 2020 to, I don't know. Anyway, from 2021, because it's backwards, but it's not really backwards. Like, I don't know if it's like the 4th of May or, anyway. In total, they said we labeled 26,957 tokens as scams or rug pulls, and 631 tokens as non-malicious. Is also another number somewhere around here. Out of 26,957 tokens, 631 were non-malicious. Right. So, yeah, just try a little bit more. If you are in the mindset of you want to make good money, this is not financial advice. I would simply tell you to look into regulated crypto exchanges where you live who are offering some type of a larger return rate. There are many coins that have very good return rates. You can make do with a 5, 6, 7% return rate, because we see that the algorithm for that coin is currently offering 5, 6, 7, 8%. Next year, maybe 7.5, then it goes down to 7. It is it's staggered in a sort of way that makes it more believable. But coins that are constantly telling you that they're going to give you 35% per year, they're not real. Do you understand what it means for nearly 27,000 projects to be created? 27,000, and only 600 were actually real or non-malicious. As always, keep track of your money. Try to keep it safe. It's also what ledgers are for. And yeah, let's move on. Also in the news, financial services giant Bank of America is now looking to hire a crypto policy expert to help the firm navigate through regulations. According to a new job posting on LinkedIn, Bank of America is looking for a crypto policy and insight manager to keep track of regulatory hearings by federal and state agencies, as well as provide key insights into their implementations. The bank says the ideal candidate would have demonstrated knowledge of fintech and blockchain-related technologies and relevant public policies. The candidate must have at least 2 to 4 years of experience in crypto under their belt. The applicant is also expected to keep track of global regulatory trends surrounding crypto and how they could impact policies in the US. That is the United States. Anyway, so yeah, not surprising. We know that. For those of you who have forgotten, for those of you who no longer remember, every bank on the planet has announced that they're into crypto. Everyone. I know there's someone who has a friend sitting next to them as they listen to this. Yes, you. I know. I know, Mary. The point is, in case you didn't know, every major bank, every institution is into crypto. They're either mining crypto, they own crypto, they hold crypto, they're buying crypto. They're trying to make it so that they, as a bank, can also custody and hold for their, what's the word? Customers, almost said minions. For their customers. Yeah, they're all actively working right now. Banks in the US are trying, but the US SEC is different. And basically, they're all trying, like literally by summer or end of next year, they should all have approval to allow all of this. This is why Bank of America is looking for someone who knows about crypto, because they're all doing the exact same thing. This still, runs, what's the word? Makes my brain make sense, because I still try to figure out how anyone could be remotely pessimistic on this space or simply not understand what's coming. Like, we know that the big boys are in the space. And once again, Fidelity, BlackRock, anybody? We literally had news. What was it? What was the Dubai news like a couple of days ago? Dubai's doing something. It's with crypto and everyone there is rich. I don't know how to make that any nicer. Anyway, that's the Bank of America is looking to hire someone who knows about crypto. I wonder why. It's not like they've never shown interest in crypto like every other bank on the planet. That's super weird. Super weird. Alrighty. Yeah. Let's move on. Rightio. I do hope that you've all enjoyed. I do hope that you all are having a great day, a great morning, a great afternoon, a great evening, wherever you are, wherever you might be. I do hope that it is absolutely fantastic. That's an empty bus. Thank you all once again for Thank you all once again for watching, listening, subscribing, commenting, or being a clicker of affiliate links. And I will most certainly be talking to you all soon. See you.